Previously on the Presidential GM Mode series. After The Rock did a complete shutdown on the universe, the creator ordered me to take action. I took The Rock's final boss powers away from him before banishing him back into the AI world that we have created. With him finally dealt with, the three presidents would return to booking their shows. Whereupon, trying to create a double or nothing bet, you fine viewers were very quick to basically call the creator out on how much of a f***ing idiot he is. Once again, how is the AI smarter than the damn human who created it? Anyways, we'll be cleaning up this dilemma at the end of this episode. For now, though, sit back and enjoy the regular shenanigans of the presidents failing to book quality shows in the newest episode of GM Mode. Also, congrats to our current president, Joe Biden, on being the first holder of the new $5 championship that was introduced in the latest episode of Universe Mode. My deep psychological analysis has shown doubts that Joe's body will allow him to be a successful defending champion. But we will have to see as time progresses.
I appreciate you taking a lower wage on your contract extension, Shayna. As for you, Jay Pierce, I honestly don't think you're worth that much. So this will be your last night on Smackdown. I'm honestly surprised I'm doing as well as this when it comes to Angelo Dawkins. I'm not gonna lie, he's been quite the single star for me on Smackdown. Incredibly underrated compared to Montez Ford, and it's honestly great to see more people realizing how much the big man has improved in the ring over the years. Anyways, what am I cooking for this show? Well, we're going to be continuing to increase the rivalry levels of Becky versus Vortex and Mello versus Dominic, two rivalries that could seriously take SmackDown to the next level when we get to our next premium event. As for our matches, Braun and Santos, as well as Bianca and Thea, are going to do battle again since they're my current level 4 rivalries. So hopefully we should get some decent star ratings out of these matches whilst I build my other rivalries up. I need as many level 4 rivalries as possible because right now it's close as balls in the ratings between the three of us. We're about to pass the halfway point of the season, so I need to start making some serious moves to get away from the other two.
Don't care, Apollo, get out. Oh, you can go too, Candace. Just because I'm the $1 million champion doesn't mean I have those same funds in the damn game. And now Randy wants to leave. Why the hell couldn't it be Balor? Is this because of that throwaway news of me being made falsely guilty? The government is doing everything to put me down. It's not my fault. I'm going to beat down Joe for this 10 times harder than what Boris did in the last Universe Mode episode. And if he wants to start crap again too, I'll gladly beat him down as well. Okay, so with that absolute snake leaving my brand, at the very least I've been given back funds to buy a couple more stars in order to replace that Viper ass. So we're going to start by getting Ronda Rousey onto the brand to hopefully improve the women's division on my show after both Candice and Indy left. I know she can't wrestle for crap, but her name still means something in terms of main event status in this game. So she should hopefully be able to elevate Raw a bit. Also, I signed everyone's favorite human, Big E. And he's actually going to be competing tonight, performing his favorite wrestling ritual with my world champion, Gunther.
Big meaty man slapping meat. That's what I want. That's why I'm here.
As for the rest of the show, you may have seen during my Randy rant that Damian wanted a match against the United States champion Baron Corbin. In order for that to work, I need to turn Baron face. Hopefully, while that happens, Damian will be able to get a rivalry started through promo talk. Same with Cody, as I want him and Gunther to properly start a feud of their own.
This last has been an integral part of my show's programming, and I'd like that to continue. Plus, she's definitely a hit for the younger audience like Bayley was in her NXT days. Move over Penelope because I have the main man. My darling Theory getting hyped for our next premium event. As for Dakota, I'm more than happy to give you the main event spot for our next show. Another incredibly underrated star. And I personally wouldn't mind at all if she was to win the Money in the Bank this year. Imagine her cashing in on Bayley as revenge for her beating Io for the women's title at Mania. Seeing as it's Penelope's last night on the show, I'm going to make sure she can't jeopardize my show on her way out. By giving Bayley a fixed match card so she's guaranteed to beat that beta Tiffany Stratton in their last match together. It's actually also Ivar's last match too, so we're going to see if he can put on a banger match with Chad Gable. We'll have my darling Theory and Knight, as well as Io and Tegan increasing their rivalry levels through promo talk. As Dakota goes to war in our main event tonight, in a last man standing match. Sticking to my strengths here as one of the two is an expert at those type of matches. And remember guys, booking stars in their expert matches will help with the overall match rating.
So we're actually doing this then, Barack?
Donald, you already took the mickey out of my Becky and Vortex feud.
And I'm doing it again, because it's deserved.
Sounds like it's bet time.
Oh hell no, Barack, we're not doing this again. Besides, the creator has already got a solution potentially lined up thanks to the great fans who watch our content. Let's just wait till the end of this session to go over it though. Okay?
Fine, Joe. But only because the fans have come up with a solution, not because you asked me.
You're so insufferable. I can't wait till that $1 million title is taken from you.
Which will be soon.
Just like I can't wait for your presidency to
Which
end.
means nothing since you can't become president from jail.
Watch me.
Signing Ronda Rousey, of all people, isn't going to help turn the fans to your side, by the way.
Actually, yeah, what the hell, Donald? We all know Ronda tries to integrate burying wrestling into her weekly schedule. And you have the audacity to call my rivalries out when you're signing her of all people?
Something $1 million champion. Until I lose this title, you will never be able to make a comeback against me. Me losing the title will never happen, by the way.
Yeah, we'll see.
What the hell is going on with some of these renders, by the way?
Those will be a result of the creator starting up a personal universe mode save. You can probably guess from the renders who his champions are.
Seems like he's going the realistic route.
For now, anyways. He's continuing his universe on from this year's Mania.
How the hell do you know all this?
We go for ice cream together from time to time. He asked me to bring up the fans' suggestions for fixing your guys' bet situation this past week when he took me for some chocolate chip as celebration for becoming the first ever $5 champion.
Ah, yes. The new mid-champion. You're nowhere near my level, Joe.
Donald, I swear to God! Oh, hey, we take those.
Can't use that on Theory Joe since he's already passed the max popularity
And
requirement.
he's past that because he does it like the best that it's obvious.
Am I a clown for wanting Boris, of all people, to take Joe's title from him at capital punishment?
Nah, you're just a clown in general.
That one's on me. I walked right into that one.
What the hell? This is the kind of crap Donald would pull. Are you actually kidding me, Shayna? Welp, there goes one of my top women's stars, because I'm sure as hell not giving her 100K. And for the love of God. Once again, another top star of mine wants time off just 1 week before my next premium event. Bianca, you're lucky you're not currently doing anything important on my show, otherwise I would have said no. So let's go ahead and fully kickstart this Becky and Vortex rivalry. Donald can criticize me and make jokes about this all he wants, but he's going to be singing a different tune when I get a 5-star match booked out of the two. I know that was the premise with me losing my Vortex and Shayna bet, but the difference is I hadn't turned Vortex into a main eventer by that point. Maybe doing that earlier would have won me the bet. Who knows? I also signed Gigi Dolan as I need another addition to my brand due to Thea Hale leaving it. I'm resting Mello and others this time around, so they're raring to go for our premium event, which is our next show. This next premium event could be a vital point of the series given how close we all still are in terms of ratings. I really hope I can clutch it though. Just like I'll clutch it against Donald and win back the $1 million championships when I face him for the gold to capital punishment.
No Balor. Right, that's it? You've just lost those tag titles of yours? I am sick of you thinking you can disrespect the $1 million champion like that. In fact, Cody, you're absolutely cooking with this idea of yours. You and Braun are going to do my show justice and take those tag titles away from this Irish asshole. In the meantime, I'm going to be giving Baron the week off as well as give him a health spa card, so he's ready to go for his U.S. title defense against Damian Priest. And Priest, I'm sorry about your tag title situation. But for the love of God, you need to get Balor under control. I mean, look at Mommy Rhea Ripley. She lost her world title and she took it on the chin. Balor could stub his toe, and he'd make a 10-page article on how bad of a boss I am. It's as if the American government inserted themselves into the game and took the form of Finn, which makes no damn sense because the man isn't even American. I'm not quite sure what Joe was trying to cook with Penelope here, but at the very least he helped raise her popularity a bit, so she could be a decent asset for my show. Now I'd like to point out the obvious very quick. I know there's people asking for certain stars to appear in the series. Bray Wyatt and John Cena are a couple names that have been mentioned. But guys, it's more complicated than just buying them from the free agents list like last year. You gotta hope you can get them in the talent searches first. So it's basically a gamble. And then when you get them in the searches, you gotta pay more money than you would for food whilst we're still under Joe's economy. Just assign them to your brand. Anyway, here's my full card for the show. Cody and Braun, please finish the damn story. And get those tag titles off that stupid Irishman before he can annoy me even further.
I'm glad you're excited for our next premium event, Bayley. Now, I know I may be putting all my eggs into the basket here, but I've made it clear in previous episodes that I consider Tegan Knox a future face of the brand. For me to say that and not give her this $50K bonus would make me just as much of a hypocrite and liar as Donald is. Like what the hell happened to that wall he was on about making. Hopefully his jail time will stop all his plans of becoming president again. So I want to use that to the moon card that I just got right away, and I figured I could use it for creating a new star for my brand. Me saying that is kind of ironic considering Nakamura is the star I signed for this, because he was one of the most iconic wrestlers of the black and gold NXT era. So let's see if we can turn back the clock. He's going to take on Tommaso in what would be a hard-hitting match in real life. And whilst we get some promo talk for our Johnny versus Jimmy and Dakota versus fan rivalries, our darling Theory is going to be in action as he looks to build momentum for his final clash with Knight. And perhaps this is a bad idea, but why don't we go ahead and reignite the Bayley and Zelina rivalry that we had at the beginning of the series? Because I didn't exactly want to spend any more of my funds towards recruitment after already signing Nakamura.
So this time, I'm not going to bother taking the mickey out of your world title contender Braun losing, since I know that's more on the game than you.
8 episodes too late, but whatever. I appreciate it, Donald.
Wow. Seems like we can all still get along after all.
Welp, scratch that. I've just seen his main event.
Oh, come on, Donald.
At least Michelle managed to retain.
Are you high or something, Donald? That's Becky.
What I meant is that Becky calls herself the man right, just like what Michelle
You
is.
fat orange asshole.
Guess I really did speak too soon.
Damn you, Cody. Why can't you ever finish the damn story?
Whoa, hold up. What's with this sudden hostility?
Towards the game he means.
Balor has been constantly disrespecting me in my emails, and I wanted him to lose those titles as punishment.
Oh, okay. So you've basically got a similar rivalry to what I had with Andre Chase in 2K23.
Absolutely not. You created that by being a complete buffoon. This is clearly the government trying to hold me back like they are in real life, by inserting themselves into the game and taking the form of Finn.
He's not American, though.
I know I'm still working on that part, making sense in this clearly obvious scheme. Wait a damn minute, Joe. Didn't your darling Theory just lose?
I was kind of hoping you missed that.
So much for doing it like the best that it's
I
obvious.
hope Balor continues to make your show complete hell for you.
Oh, hell yes, boys. We moving up.
Crap. How did this happen? I swear I've been putting on good shows.
It's probably because you've been having poor openers or finales in your shows, Joe. If the first or last matches of your card aren't good, it will potentially cost you some fans.
Well, I couldn't care less about Joe's struggles. I want those fans' suggestions told to us regarding mine and Obama's bet situation now, unless your dementia head has forgotten about them.
God, you need a damn humbling and fast Donald. So the creator saw 2 suggestions in the last GM mode episode that he feels are good enough for helping resolve this. They come from Bella and Zoe, as well as longtime viewer and supporter of the channel, Flutter Dark.
Joe, wait a minute.
I know. Bella and Zoe's suggestion is unfortunately kind of null and void due to you already getting a title shot at capital punishment. But the second part of their suggestion is still really good. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to incorporate both suggestions into the endgame. If Obama can get a 5-star match out of Becky and Vortex during our premium event in the next episode, Donald's original victory will no longer be valued, and the trade will be given to Obama instead. If Donald wins, though, not only does he still get one of Barry's stars as the original bet declared, but me and you will also not be able to use our best stars for the rest of the series. Donald would be able to choose 1 star of ours each that we would have to release from our brands, basically.
Those are some high-leveled stakes, but I guess we have no choice. We don't want to come off as frauds to our loyal fans after all.
What the hell do you mean? You're getting a title shot at capital punishment.
I mean exactly what I said, Donald. Did you seriously not think we'd be annoyed with how badly your ego has gotten since you won that $1 million championship? It's destroying the man I once called a friend and turning him into a monster that I can't even recognize anymore. And it's something George agrees with. So he's booked you and Obama to clash for the gold in the main event for his capital punishment show. He was going to announce it in the next episode of Universe Mode.
So you've both known about this. When the hell was this decision made?
When we were at George's ranch,
He stocked his fridge as a distraction, so the 3 of you could plot behind my back. I thought you guys were my friends.
We could say the same thing about you because you haven't been acting like a friend recently.
No, screw this. Before I kick Obama's ass at capital punishment, I want a match with you, Joe.
You're on Donald.
I'm going to show you why I'm the top champion of George's Universe Mode before Boris buries you once and for all and takes your $5 title in the process.
Jesus. Talk about an escalation.